The wealthiest families in the world reside in Abu Dhabi. And when we speak of wealth, we speak of what goes beyond palaces, yachts, and private jets. One of Abu Dhabi's 6 governing families stands out as the 4th richest family in the world, the al-Nahyan dynasty. Let's delve further into the trillionaire lives of its members in this video. This is Luxury Prima. The family's wealth was made possible by the 1958 discovery of oil on its territory. Since then, the royalties and exportation from the oil, along with countless investments, banking hubs, holdings, and real estate deals, have helped to create a true empire that controls the lives of its descendants and is thought to be worth at least a staggering $300 billion. Since there is no clear distinction between the government and the royal family, which has been in charge of managing the nation since its independence, no one is certain of the precise amount of the family's fortune. Currently, the 6 sons of UAE founder Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan and his 3rd wife Fatima bint Mubarak Al Ketbi are in charge of setting the laws, not just in Abu Dhabi, but undoubtedly in the other Emirates. They all help to increase the family's fortune. However, Sheikh Hamad bin Zayed Al Nahyan, sometimes known as MBZ, Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and Sheikh Tahnoon bin Zayed Al Nahyan are the most well-known figures. MBZ serves as president of the UAE in addition to being the head of the family and the present ruler of Abu Dhabi. He is already worth $30 billion on his own. MBZ certainly knows how to spend his cash and be as extravagant as very few people can. For a simple illustration, consider the extravagant wedding that MBZ and Princess Salama had in 1981, which is thought to have cost $100 million. For the 7-day ceremony, MBZ literally ordered the construction of a stadium with a 20,000-person capacity, proving that if one knows how to spend, they must also know how to party. So it comes as no surprise that we locate fairly opulent goods among MBZ's possessions. Since having a yacht is a need for being considered a billionaire, MBZ is the owner of the Rabdan, a luxury motor yacht with a 73-meter length, a top speed of 27 knots, 15 cabins, and a crew of 16 that costs $60 million. The largest yacht in the world, the Azam, which belonged to Sheikh Khalifa, Sheikh Zayed's first child and 2nd president of the UAE, is among the family's fleet of yachts. With a $400 to $600 million expenditure, the Azam is also regarded as the most intricate and expensive yacht ever constructed. MBZ and his family, though, like land exploration as well, with their own fleet of at least 5 Boeings, 2 of which are in his capable hands. The sky truly is the limit for them. A billionaire would rather own a large plane all to themselves than a modest private jet, so he purchased a $450 million Boeing 747 and a $180 million Boeing 787, each of which could fit the entire royal family. As we might anticipate, his brothers aren't really far behind. Sheikh Tahnoon is the leader of the first Abu Dhabi bank, the Abu Dhabi Wealth Fund (ADQ), and the nation's national security advisor, the head of the Abu Dhabi United Group, the investment firm that owns properties all over the world, with its biggest interest in the City Football Group, which among investments in other clubs and also outside the sports world owns Manchester City Football Club, is Sheikh Mansour, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates. It appears that the family is also very sporty. The list of Al Nahyan's properties is endless, with some of its other most valuable assets being multiple palaces around the world and various properties situated in London, including the Berkeley Square Mansion. The Royal Palace in Abu Dhabi, also known as the Qasr Al Watan, roughly Nation's Palace, is arguably the one worth examining in this video. In addition to serving as the capital city's seat of government, it is also a popular tourist destination. The Qasr Al Watan is actually pretty recent, being completed in 2017 after a major and arduous construction that took 150 million man-hours and cost around $490 million, and has been open to public visitation since 2019, being nominated in 2020 for the World Travel Awards as the main cultural tourist attraction in the Middle East. With such a budget, the palace just had to be breathtaking, and the final result we see today absolutely does not disappoint. With a staggering area of 380,000 square meters and 2,300 rooms, including libraries, dining areas, and shopping areas, the palace's construction and design pay homage to Arab heritage and tradition. The interior of the palace is exquisitely and extensively decorated with blue and golden details, resulting in over 5,000 unique designs of Arab-inspired iconography on the walls, ceiling, and floors. However, nothing attracts attention like a 12-ton chandelier made of 350,000 pieces of crystal. Because it was so elaborate, it had to be put together inside the Spirit of Collaboration Hall, a space used for holding formal meetings. The Great Hall, the largest room in the complex that separates the east and west wings of the palace, is created by a 37-meter diameter dome that is perched on a central chamber. While the east wing is referred to as the House of Knowledge, it serves as a sort of museum housing various relics, religious writings, and a library with more than 50,000 books that detail the social, political, and cultural history of the nation. Political and official gatherings such as banquets or meetings with other international leaders or partners are held in the West Wing. Hamad bin Hamdan al-Nahyan, sometimes known as the Rainbow Sheikh, is another member of the family with a renowned reckless and eccentric spending behavior. The Sheikh amassed one of the largest and most stunning vehicle collections in the world, with a $20 billion entrusted to his care. He earned this moniker as a result of his love of colorful items, which is seen in his collection of various rainbow-themed cars, including a vintage Mercedes-Benz that the Sheikh acquired for his own wedding and which forced Mercedes to halt manufacturing in order to concentrate on the Sheikh's order. The Rainbow Sheikh is fascinated with unusual and modified vehicles, including a Mercedes S-Class that was converted into a monster truck, an 8-wheeled Nissan Patrol, a giant-sized Land Rover Jeep, and a big Dodge Power Wagon, a truck that is at least 5 times larger than a typical truck and has a living room, 4 bedrooms, and a bathroom inside that certainly qualifies as a contender for the Sheikh's collection's oddest vehicle. However, his Globe motorhome is still in the running to be the best one he's got. This one has 9 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, and is built in several levels in the shape of the globe. No one is certain of the price, but there isn't a more opulent and unique road trip than the one the Rainbow Sheikh could provide for us with his wagons. The largest caravan ever created for him, which resembles the Star Wars sand crawlers. In order to safeguard all of those babies, of course, the Sheikh had to construct a massive metal pyramid-shaped garage in the midst of the desert to house all 200 of his automobiles, which also serves as a public museum. Despite this, the Rainbow Sheikh's extravaganza continues at the Emirates National Auto Museum. The Sheikh owns Q-SZIC, a 50-square-kilometer private island that is a must-have for every billionaire. He employed engineers at Abu Dhabi's National Marine to construct a canal that spells his name over the area in order to make it feel a little more unique and exclusive. It was enormous enough to be seen from space, but for some reason had it filled in. The royal family is highly fond of falconry, a pastime that is reportedly passed down from generation to generation, which is another example of how billionaires are made up not only of the strange things they frequently purchase, but also of unique hobbies they develop. Falconry is nothing more than teaching and training a falcon to attack when called upon. Although falcons aren't particularly expensive, the royal family naturally wants the best falcons available, which may cost up to $250,000. And as if that weren't enough, MBZ opened an after-him falconry school to help carry on this heritage for future generations. We are fortunate to see that it appears like all of this wealth might be too much for the royal family to keep to themselves. Whether they will enjoy this hobby as much as MBZ or even be able to afford it is a whole other topic. Since he was still a prince, MBZ has frequently donated a portion of his wealth to political, social, scientific, and artistic endeavors, following in the charitable footsteps of his brother, Sheikh Khalifa. Millions of dollars have been donated to the UN Global Initiative to combat human trafficking. Investments have been made in efforts to immunize children in Afghanistan and Pakistan. The MD Anderson Cancer Center of the University of Texas has received funding, and efforts have been made to open art museums like the Louvre Abu Dhabi and to protect endangered species like falcons and the Arabian oryx. If you had such wealth, what would you do? Leave us a comment below. If you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe for more features and luxurious living and intriguing content. See you next time!